I grew up in Mumbai. I am the oldest of two kids, so I have a little brother. My parents are both architects, and so they actually went to grad school here in Berkeley in California, and that was their first time leaving India. They spent 4 years here and then moved back to India to start their businesses and have us and have their kids. So I grew up really hearing about Berkeley in California as like the promised land where like feminism was at its peak. And so grew up really knowing that I wanted to one day come to California, but also grew up in a very mixed religious caste and ethnicity family. So there was food from lots of different cultures all the time. And given that my parents were architects and had specifically moved back to India to be a part of the development of India, it was a very values-driven childhood. You're being given this incredible education, you have a lot of privilege as an Indian, and what are you going to do with that? And how are you going to use that to actually contribute to India? So I would say that that has then informed a lot of my life, and now my work is what am I going to do for my country? I don't think I knew the first thing about starting a business or necessarily wanted to. It was more seeing that there was a problem, and working in the food industry, the problem was recognizing that the spice trade hadn't changed since the 1800s, and there wasn't anybody willing to actually change that system for the benefit of farmers, for the benefit of consumers, and for the benefit of the earth, most importantly. So starting the business was more realizing that I could create a solution to this problem by selling spices a different way and kind of creating a market for them to be grown differently and marketed differently. So I think just necessity and realizing that nobody else would do it is what really inspired me to start a business. I grew up with turmeric in every part of my day. When you're a kid, you often get scrubbed with turmeric and chickpea flour as an alternative to soap. In a traditional Indian breakfast, you're having turmeric in your breakfast, in your lunch, in your dinner. When you die, your body is cleansed with turmeric. So having grown up in India, my whole life was consumed by turmeric in some form. I love the history of the spice because it's ultimately the history of where I come from.